Hi there, Joe Montana reaching out to you from the retirement team here at CCR Wealth Management. Well, here we find ourselves just a few days away from Election Day, and as we reach the end of this election season, we wanted to reach out to share our thoughts on two of the biggest mistakes we see investors make in election years. The first mistake is trying to time the markets around the election. There's certainly been plenty of speculation out there regarding the potential of a market pullback, either leading up to the election or in the weeks following it. Let's see what history can tell us about market performance in the months around the election. Here we're comparing market performance in October, November, and December in an average year to the performance of those months in an election year. And what we find is that there isn't any significant difference in performance during this time, whether or not we're in an election year. We see some modest underperformance during the month of October during election years, but over the months of November and December, performance is nearly identical, election year or not. You'll also notice that November and December are, on average, very productive months for the market. Something to keep in mind if you're feeling tempted to time the market by moving to cash ahead of the election. The last thing you want to do is miss two of the best months of the year performance-wise, potentially, and be left scrambling to find a re-entry point to the market. So our advice, as always, is to stay the course. The second mistake we see out there is folks worrying too much about which party wins the election. In other words, overestimating the impact of the election's outcome on the markets. Here we'll take a longer-term perspective. Going all the way back to when Franklin Roosevelt took office in 1933, you could see the tremendous performance the S&P 500 has provided since then. During that very long period of time, it would have turned a $1,000 investment into several million dollars. You can also see that we went back and forth between Democratic and Republican administrations over the years. In fact, we've had 7 Republicans and 7 Democrats hold the office through those years. And regardless of who's in office, the market has always found a way to move forward, a way to make progress over the course of time. Over the last 20 presidential elections, the U.S. market has provided a return in 18 of those years. And you can bet many of those election years were just as uncertain and just as contentious as what we're experiencing right now. Regardless of the politics of the day, our markets and the companies that they're comprised of will always find a way to adapt and find a way to move forward, whoever might be occupying that office. So as we move forward towards the election, let's do all we can to block out the noise in the next couple of weeks. And maybe instead of trying to time the markets around the election, we could just reinvest that energy in making sure we're registered to vote, having a plan for how we'll cast that vote. And as always, as we move through this period of time, please do not hesitate to reach out to us if we can be of any assistance. You'll find our contact information here. Do not hesitate to give us a phone call or shoot us an email. With that, we wish you all the best. We appreciate your time, and we'll look forward to catching up with you soon. Bye-bye.